welcome to another edition of the Spike Ridgley Show. I'm your host, Jeff Higgins, and with me is the manager of the Massillon Tiger baseball team, Spike Ridgley. We want to thank our season-long sponsors, Ryan Prosser and D-Hall Realtors. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, welcome back. Since last week's show, the Tigers went 1-2 and are currently sitting with an 8-7 record. Let's first talk about last Wednesday's game at home against Louisville. Your Tigers lost that game 6-5. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, our kids fought hard, start to finish in that one. We had a few chances later in the game. We actually had a lead. I think it was in the 6th we had a lead. We just couldn't hang on to. We had a couple of things that we learned from in that game to help us to get better going forward. But that's a focus for us as a group because we just haven't won that close game yet.
On the very next night, your Tigers went to Louisville and dropped an 8-0 game. What do you remember about that one?
I remember their starting pitcher being really good that night. I think his last name was Lingle. He was very good. He was throwing from different arm angles. We couldn't get anything going offensively. Really didn't play bad otherwise. They hit the ball a little bit and we were unable to.
This past Saturday, the Tigers played at Canton South and roughed up the Wildcats 15-3. Tell us more about that one.
It was good to see our kids break out, swinging the bats. I think we've been close a few times, been trying different things in practice as far as drills are concerned and that sort of thing. But really, that was a team effort. We got hitting from all parts of the lineup that day. That was very positive, and we're really itching to get back out there again because we think we're starting to find something.
As you and your team head into another busy stretch of games, what's your main focus with your players?
The main focus is to continue to fighting hard, continue to sticking together, continue to trust one another and trust in the process, and really we want to learn how to win that close game. And that's going to be the next major step that this group takes, and we're hoping to see it here very soon.
We'll talk more with Coach and we'll visit a Tiger player in a moment. But first, this word from Ryan Prosser and D-Hall Realtors.
Hi, I'm Ryan Prosser with D-Hall Realtors, specializing in lifestyles, not just homes. Finding a realtor who understands the ins and outs of a home while also taking the time to listen to your wants and needs is important. With over 20 years experience in home remodeling, I have the knowledge to help you buy or sell a home with confidence.
Choose my daddy to be your realtor.
Thanks to Ryan Prosser and D-Hall Realtors. Welcome back to the Spike Ridgley Show. The Tiger player joining us this week is Zach Seifert. Zach, how old were you when you started playing baseball, and who introduced you to the game?
I started playing baseball roughly around, I'd say, 6 years old, and it was introduced to me throughout my family. I mean, it's been a big part of us throughout.
How would you describe your role on this year's team?
My role this year is just try to go out on the mound and give our chance a team to compete every opportunity that I get.
And in your opinion, what does it take to be a successful pitcher?
To be a successful pitcher, I would say you need to be able to locate your pitch as well. Having trust in the guys behind you, that's a big factor. And just locate and throw strikes.
Did you set any personal goals for yourself before the start of the season?
Just get out there and do my best every time I can, give my team a chance to win.
The team is now 8-7 after the first 15 games. How do you feel about your team's season so far?
We've been doing good. Like Coach has said earlier, those close games, there's a couple of times throughout the games that we have opportunities to win and we come up a little short, but we're going to keep working hard in practices and in the weight room and everything and try to get ready.
Thanks, Zach. Good luck rest of the season.
Thank you.
Coach, tell us more about Zach and what he means to this year's team.
Well, first of all, I like how he described when you asked him about where we're at right now record-wise. And it's good that the kids understand that and they see that those opportunities are there for us throughout the games, and we haven't been able to seize those opportunities in those close moments. And as we draw near tournament time, that's going to be really important. And so every opportunity that we get starting, today and throughout this week is to find a way to take that opportunity when it's presented to us and grasp it. And that's what we're really trying to do. But Zach's been a big part of what we're doing. I'm really proud of Zach. You look at Zach. Zach is a guy that just really trusted the process, stayed with it, and he played JV baseball for a big portion of his career, but just kept trusting in the process and working hard. And right now, with the construction of our team and where we're at, I would say he's our #1 pitcher right now. So that's a credit to him. I look forward to watching him compete every time he gets an opportunity, like he said. And we're in every game that he pitches. And so, he typically ends up throwing against some of the better teams that we play. And so it's going to be important, especially as we work our way into May, finding a way to take those opportunities that are being given to us and take advantage of them. So, and with the way he's pitching, we have an opportunity to do that each time he's out there.
Your schedule this week features a pair of road games against Federal League teams. This Friday, the Tigers travel to Perry to face the Panthers. Tell us what you know about Perry.
Perry's going to be well coached. I worked with Matt Miller. Matt Miller's our new head coach this year. Him and I coached together at Jackson, so his team will be well coached. They'll be ready to go, and that'll be a rivalry game. We haven't played them in a few years. There's no doubt about it. That'll be a rivalry game, but it'll be a respectful atmosphere. But it'll be two teams really going after it hard, trying to win that game, and we're looking forward to the opportunity, to be honest with you.
This Saturday, you're on the road again. This time in Hoover. How about a scouting report in the Vikings?
Yeah, same deal. I mean, anytime you get a chance to play a Federal League team, the coaching is outstanding in the Federal League. You're looking at some very good athletes. And the guys know. I mean, we've been playing them for several years now. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a well-fought, hard battle, and it's going to come down to the team that does the little things, who throws strikes, who makes the plays. And it's about making the routine plays more than it is about the spectacular play. It's going to be the team that takes advantage of the normal, routine baseball opportunities that'll win that game.
Then next Monday, April 29th, the Tigers come back home to face Youngstown Massillon. What can you tell us about the Irish?
Last year we played them down at Scene Park, and I think they were a younger team last year, so they'll have more experience than last year. They've got some veterans, but again, that'll be a good challenge for us. In the time, at least in my time in scheduling those guys, it's usually been a pretty close fought game. They usually pitch pretty well, and they're pretty fundamentally sound, so they'll make all their plays. We're gonna have to hit the ball and match them defensively to have a chance in that one, and I think we will.
And finally, next Tuesday, April 30th, it's another home game, this time against Central Catholic. The Crusaders are always tough, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, you look at Central, and it's a very similar situation as playing one of the Federal League teams, to be honest. It's in your backyard, and you always want to win. You want to win the battle of your backyard for a lot of different reasons, but they're right up the road from us, and that has been one that over the last couple of years, that's been the definition of the ones that we've got a hold of that thing and then it slips right at the end. So we're looking forward to that opportunity again. A lot of respect for their coaching staff and Coach Mazzarelli and some of the other guys they got there. But we're looking forward to getting out there and competing against those guys. We got some real good competition in the next week and a half that we're going to go up against.
All right, thank you, Coach. Thanks once again, Zach. As we wrap up this edition of the Spike Ridgley Show, we want to thank Ryan Prosser and D-Hall Realtors for sponsoring our program. And thanks to Coach Ridgley and Senior Zach Seifert for joining us on this week's show. I'm your host, Jeff Higgins, and as always, go Tigers.
Massillon City Schools is proud to have one of the top career technical education programs in the state of Ohio, recently receiving a #1 ranking of the 93 districts in the area of achievement. Our Career Technical Education Department offers 14 pathways preparing students for college and careers. All students have the opportunity to participate and compete in their career technical student organization, as well as obtain valuable experience in the field while earning aligned industry credentials and/or college credit in high school. Visit massillonschools.org for more information.